I know I won't. This is cool. Okay. Okay, so here it is. Here's the layout. So in the Lord of the Rings world, Middle Earth or whatever, well, it's called it has a name. It's like
Middle Earth.
Erea or something like that.
Oh.
But anyways, so it's like
Idomea.
Earth. Yeah, Idomea, that's what it is. Oh, good, you know. Okay,
What's
anyways,
Idomea?
the Earth. That's like the word for Earth.
Good job.
Or maybe is that from the scriptures?
That's the true name of the Earth.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
Given through revelation.
so Iluvatar.
Not a
Iluvatar is like the main god. You know, he's like, there's just one god, right? And then, well, he basically made a song. And then basically there were different parts to the song and stuff like that. And it's kind of ambiguous, so like not very clear, but basically what happens is he creates these kind of gods, and they're called the Valar. And then there are lesser gods that are called the Maiar.
So cool. It's like a
And
story.
so that's what Gandalf is. Gandalf is a Maiar. And so he's not like
Lesser.
Yeah, he's lesser. But he is the most powerful Maiar. So he's the most powerful of the lesser gods. And so what happens is
Was Saruman also a Maiar?
Saruman is also a Maiar.
What about the brown guy? Remember the
Radagast the Brown?
Radagast.
He is also a Maiar. And those three are all wizards who are sent to Middle Earth to basically help inspire men and elves and anyone who's good to conquer Sauron, the evil.
Wow.
And Sauron is also a Maiar, but he was bad from the beginning. And there's someone who's worse than Sauron,
No,
believe it or not.
say it isn't so.
His name's Melkor.
Voldemort?
Voldemort, yeah.
Yeah. Melkor, but Melkor was cast out a long time ago. He
Who was
defeated.
worse, Voldemort or Melkor?
Melkor was way worse. He's the one who created orcs and dragons and trolls and stuff like that. Basically what he did is
Dragons are
Dragon's
cool.
bad.
all dragons are bad in Middle Earth. And,
Wait.
and the Balrogs.
I don't
and so
believe that.
the Balrogs
I don't
are
believe
Well,
in
it's Middle
Sauron
Earth, so-
are Maiar. So
Okay.
they're the lesser gods, but Gandalf is more powerful than them. But Gandalf, when he went to Middle Earth, he's like an instigator. He doesn't really like match power to power with Sauron. He gets other people to act, basically.
Strength of leadership. Is
Yeah, exactly.
to inspire.
And so he's a mover.
And a shaker.
Yeah, exactly. And so that was his work. But he kind of like had almost like a veil over him, so he wasn't able to or he had a restriction, I guess you should say. He wasn't able to, I guess, express his full potential or whatever, his full power. And that's why, he doesn't just, fight Sauron himself. Because that's like, it'd be like taking away the agency of the hobbits and the men and the elves and the dwarves.
Did Gandalf ever possess a ring?
Yeah, he has the Ring of Anor, or no, I forget what it's called. But anyways, it's the fire ring, and he got it from Círdan the Shipwright. So there's 3 elves with the rings, and they each have 3 dominions. There's Galadriel, and hers is Lothlorien, and then there's Elrond, and his is Rivendell. And then there's Círdan the Shipwright, and his are the Grey Havens, which are on the coast, where all the elves leave to go to the Undying Lands, where the Valinor live, or the Valar live, which is called Valinor. And so Círdan the Shipwright he's really wise, and he gave his ring to Gandalf to keep, because when Gandalf came from across the sea, he saw who he was. He saw through his, facade. Yeah.
So, in conclusion,
In my personal opinion, Gandalf is probably more powerful than Dumbledore.
Why?
Besides the fact, just because he's a demigod.
Oh, Dumbledore's a demigod also?
No, Dumbledore's human. He's just a wizard. He's just like the most powerful wizard of his time. Yeah.
So there's a difference between a wizard and a sorcerer?
I don't know if there's a difference.
well, Dumbledore's power originates from spell books and
Yeah.
enchantments,
And he needs a wand.
and he has to have a wand. Whereas Gandalf's power,
He doesn't need a wand.
aside from the ring, his power originates from gods and creation.
Yeah.
Yeah, without the wand, you don't have much,
Yeah,
do you?
Gandalf. Sure his staff has power, but
Yeah. But the power doesn't lie with
Why could Voldemort do things with his brain
Well, I
Without
guess
us.
some wizards. I guess I don't know. She
Can he?
never really clarifies that.
Remember?
J.K. Rowling or whatever. She never really
He
clarifies
was a
that.
boy.
But like
It's-
certain
Oh,
certain
yeah.
wizards, they basically.
Parcel
And Gandalf lit the thing on fire in his brain, with his brain.
Yeah,
the
and
dresser.
that's what I'm saying is that like Dumbledore, like really powerful wizards could do stuff without
So maybe
the
he
wand.
is a demigod.
Maybe, but she doesn't
Maybe
specify.
J.K. Rowling should write a book about Dumbledore.
Yeah.
If they were
Similar
both
to the
demigods,
Sumerian
who would win?
race.
Yeah.
Wait,
like
what?
The origins
If they were
of
both
Dumbledore.
demigods,
Huh?
demigod or
Like the origins of
demigog?
Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Demigod.
If
It's
they
like
were
a
both
semi-god.
demigods, who would win?
Probably Gandalf. Well, because he's Olorin. That's his like god name, or his Maiar name or whatever, and that's like the most powerful. He is the most powerful and wise of all the Maiar.
I don't know.
Annie, are you proud? Are you impressed?
Yeah, he was already told me that. I asked him a long time ago.
Did you regret asking him?
In the courting days.
Yeah.
He his favorite thing is when we wake up and I already have Lord of the Rings in the DVD player. That's really funny.
Yeah.
So is this Sumerian? How do you say it?
Yes. I don't even know how to pronounce
Is
it.
that kind of independent of the trilogy? Meaning like you can read it without having read the trilogy.
Yes. Yeah.
Who
you
goes
can.
there?
And in fact, like,
Yeah, my brother.
it's good. It's very like I think it's very educational if you read the Silmarillion. And
Abe,
then you read the-
Notorious.
or you
Oh,
read it vice
yeah.
versa or whatever.
It's the notorious ABE. Y'all see what he be meaning to me.
So,
What's up?
sup, bro?
We were just discussing Lord of the Rings and Gandalf and Dumbledore who would win to catch you up to speed.
That's obvious. Gandalf. Dumbledore died.
That's the same.
Yeah, but-
that's the same answer as Dawn, but a lot shorter explanation.
I mean, like, what would happen if we like?
No, but think of
threw,
everything
like,
that you know from
Yoda in
Don's
the
now,
mix?
everything that has been related.
I didn't
to us,
understand a word that Dawn said.
Everything's been related to him. All of that strengthens A's argument. And additionally, from what I've seen, I'm gonna take that knowledge and I'm gonna try to share it with a girl. And I think that if I could woo her with that the same way that Don wooed Annie with it, that could spell great happiness in the future.
Hey,
Not only for Jake, but
Kim,
for
would
all
that have worked
mankind.
for you? So only particular women.
Okay. So who would win, Gandalf or Yoda?
I know that's a question. That's a good question.
Well, the thing
'Cause
is,
what's so
why
great
would
about
they- Why
Yoda?
would they fight?
Well, she has metaphorians.
Well, why would Dumbledore and Gandalf
Wait,
fight?
wait.
Dumbledore.
I think to answer this question, I'm gonna ask Abe to do an impression of Yoda.
That's what you are.
Thank you, Abraham. You can always count on him.
Yeah. How about Wolverine versus someone? We just watch Wolverine.
Sabretooth.
Wolverine. Oh, that's another question. Can a lightsaber cut through adamantium? Yeah.
And even Eviantium.
Light penetrates all things.
Hello. Sup, yo?
We're asking nerd questions.
Yeah. It's like the nerdiest topic you can think of. Just start talking.
It's Abraham,
Well,
Jake.
actually.
and Mr. and Mrs. Brendan Leach and Mr. and Mrs. Woodbury.
No, where are all the ashes?
Well, you take 48th.
Go to Annie. Go to Annie. Ash's Annie.
Are you serious? It's oh, you're at the mall.
They're following the